You're watching ABC7 News at 5:30.
Welcome back. Navigating your Suncoast commute just became a whole lot easier. A new website allows anyone to view traffic in real time by going online before you head out the door. ABC7's Jackie Kelly tells us more about how this all works. Jackie?
Jacqueline, this website allows everybody to have access to the traffic cams like the one behind me on 10th and 41 just by going online to this website. Now, earlier I talked with some people who say that they would use this site because of all the traffic they see around town.
From Parrish all the way down to Northport, everyone now can access what's happening on the roads in real time just by clicking on the blue bubble above the intersection. This website takes footage compiled by the Regional Transportation Management System and delivers it right to your device.
A lot of cameras are already in place on intersections throughout Manatee and Sarasota County, so this is an opportunity to bring all that information into one website for the public to access.
The website will also have updated information about any accidents.
This actually goes beyond that and includes tweets about incidences. It includes real-time information about what's going on. So it's really kind of a one-stop shop for people to get information about what's happening out on the roads.
And that could mean getting updates on car accidents on the road.
If you want to see perhaps maybe an incident has changed, for example, there was an accident this morning on the Skyway, so there was real-time information about when that was cleared up and it was reopened.
As for drivers, a Bradenton resident says she thinks she would use this website.
If there's traffic, I would definitely want to know about it, especially with all the construction that's going on. It would be super helpful.
And Manatee County hoping it will help alleviate some of the traffic problems.
And we know we have traffic issues. Knowing how to avoid those issues, knowing what best times to travel, I think that will help our citizens a lot.
Now, Manatee County says that not every road can be seen on this website, but all of the major roads and intersections can. Reporting live in Sarasota, Jackie Kelly, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Jackie, thank you. A widespread emergency across the Carolinas tonight. Floodwaters expected to push many of those rivers to all-time highs and could spur life-threatening landslides as the storm's remnants move west. Take a look at this aerial video over a washed-out road and bridge in Union County, North Carolina, and a train that might have been carrying hazardous material derailed outside of Charlotte, North Carolina from floodwaters. Officials believe it was possibly due to the heavy rain there. In South Carolina, National Guard soldiers rescuing a dog from a flooded garage in North Carolina as well. Now, among the relief charities that are popping up to help Florence victims, there are some scams that are taking place. The Federal Trade Commission suggests you do your homework before you give. Research charities that pop up overnight or ones that you may have never heard of before. Be alert to charity names that closely resemble those of better-known organizations, and search the charity name online to make sure there are no comments from people saying it is a scam. And remember, while Florence did not impact us here on the Suncoast, there are still 2.5 months left in hurricane season. It's a good reminder to make sure that you have your family's plan in place. You can find plenty of help on our free ABC7 app, including a printable 2018 hurricane guide. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at our first alert forecast. And Bob, we know that Florence is kind of moving out and moving on, but there are some other storms that you have been tracking that are now out of our way as well.
Yeah, for the most part, we're watching the remnants of Isaac, and it appears that it is heading off toward the west, and it's going to stay away from Florida. That's what it looks like right now. As far as Florence is concerned, it's just a remnant low, no longer a tropical depression, tropical storm, or hurricane, thankfully. It is still causing problems. You still have runoff from the storms that occurred over the weekend coming down the mountains and feeding off toward the Atlantic, so the rivers have not crested in North Carolina. I'm checking some folks right now who are evacuees that are down here from South Carolina. It looks like it's okay in Myrtle Beach and south of Myrtle Beach. I know there are some people concerned about that. There are some advisories like boil water advisories and so on and so forth. But as far as the roads go in South Carolina, not nearly as bad as North Carolina. And it looks as though all roads are open near Myrtle Beach. This is where the area of low pressure is right now, right over southeast Ohio, West Virginia, and Kentucky. It's heading off to the northeast. It's kind of merged with a frontal boundary. There's a little line of low pressure left behind, causing some severe weather into Virginia all the way up into Maryland tonight. Rainfall totals were impressive. This map is just a kind of a actual rainfall estimate and some of the totals now. The actual totals coming out of Wilmington, over 20 inches of rainfall there. Elizabethtown, North Carolina has had the most at 35 inches of rainfall over the course of the last 4 days. Well, heavy storms to the north of us now. A few showers starting to break out near Tampa along the sea breeze front. We have this southeast wind returning as high pressure is building over parts of Florida now north of us. That's going to give us that easterly to southeasterly wind flow tomorrow, which will allow for some storms to pop up along the sea breeze, but really nothing going on right now. A few showers over into Highlands County near southeast of Sebring and near Lake Okeechobee. There were a few showers there. We'll keep a chance for some late night showers once this gets over close to our coast, like we're seeing some showers breaking out now near Bonita Springs. More on our weather coming up in a few minutes. Jacqueline.
All right, Bob, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. The trial of John Chuck, which was set to start next week, has now been postponed. John Chuck is accused of throwing his 5-year-old daughter Phoebe off a bridge near St. Pete back in January of 2015. The postponement comes after John Chuck's defense team filed a last-minute motion to exclude a crucial expert witness for the state, Dr. Emily Lazzarero, who is expected to testify that John Chuck was not insane. The defense wants to call another doctor to discredit her testimony, but prosecutors say they don't have enough time to prepare for him. A new trial date has not yet been set. President Trump speaking out about the sex assault allegations rocking the confirmation process of his Supreme Court nominee. The woman accusing Brett Kavanaugh claims the incident happened more than 30 years ago. ABC's Kenneth Moten has the latest from Washington.
President Trump responded to the firestorm surrounding his embattled Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. Democrats demanding his confirmation process be put on hold over sexual assault allegations.
I wish the Democrats could have done this a lot sooner because they had this information for many months.
The judge at the White House much of the day as bipartisan calls intensify for his accuser be heard.
If it takes a little delay, it'll take a little delay. It shouldn't certainly be very much.
California psychology professor Christine Blasey Ford telling the Washington Post Kavanaugh was stumbling drunk during a party in the 80s while they were in high school when he allegedly pinned her to a bed, groped her, and tried to keep her from screaming. This is the accuser from the period when she claimed she was assaulted. Kavanaugh called the allegation false. I have never done anything like what the accuser describes to her or to anyone. Because this never happened, I had no idea who was making this accusation until she identified herself yesterday. The Post reports Blasey Ford alerted her Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein. The allegation was referred to the FBI and included in the judge's background file, but there's no criminal investigation.
I don't think she did it for political reasons, so she has a great deal of credibility.
Blasey Ford's attorney says the woman who told the Post she passed a lie detector test is open to testifying on Capitol Hill.
Hearings should not be used to be weaponized against those who accuse powerful men.
Democrats want to delay this week's committee vote on Kavanaugh. Key Republican senators are also calling for Blasey Ford to testify, but Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley will only say he will continue to work on a way to, quote, hear her out in an appropriate manner. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
Well, the general election is just 50 days away, and there are several local heated races slated for the ballot, including the race for Sarasota County Commission District 2. ABC7's Alan Cohn joins us with a look at what's coming up tonight at 7. Alan?
Jacqueline, the District 2 seat is up for grabs after current County Commissioner Paul Caragiulo decided not to run for re-election after serving as commissioner for 7 years. Now 2 candidates are battling to serve at the county level for the first time. The Republican candidate is Christian Ziegler, the Democrat Ruther Gianeri. Ziegler moved to Sarasota in 2006 to work for Congressman Vern Buchanan. When the congressman won his first election, Ziegler went to Capitol Hill with him. Gianeri recently ran for state representative in District 72, but lost to State Representative Margaret Good in the primary. Gianeri says she will be a voice for the people and has started meeting with different community groups weekly to hear what issues are important to county constituents.
I've been going to a lot of county commissioner meetings, and unfortunately it seems a lot of them are very dismissive of the public. And they're the constituents. They're the ones who vote for us.
Locally, I've been involved with local issues for over 10 years with my involvement with the party and with other organizations in the county.
Two candidates will debate here for the first time right here on ABC7 at 7. You won't want to miss it. Jacqueline.
All right. Thank you, Alan. We'll see you then. Well, it's hard to believe, but there are already important deadlines coming up for the general election. If you want to vote by mail, you need to do it soon. For service members and overseas civilians, the deadline for the Supervisor of Elections to mail ballots is September 22nd, and a request for a vote by mail ballot by any voter must be received by the elections office before 5 o'clock on October 31st. The general election will be held on Tuesday, November 6th. Still to come on your Suncoast News, a new study shows daily aspirin risks may outweigh the benefits. Plus, a Sarasota craft brewery announces big expansion plans, where Big Top Brewing will open its 3rd location this October.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
The final 2018 Accord clearance is now during our model year-end clearance sale. Drive new Accords for just $249 a month. Get an Accord, the North American car of the year, for less than the competition. With more standard features than Camry, Honda Sensing, multi-angle camera, turbocharged engine, and more. New Accords, just $249 a month. Your last chance for new Accords. All on clearance this week at your local Honda dealer.
So, you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So, pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. In the park on a bench, on the beach on a towel, or on your couch with your kid, your campus is wherever you want it to be. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. You schedule classes around your schedule, and all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. At Independence U, you'll learn from professional instructors with real work experience. You'll get personal support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Get your degree, but keep your life. That's independence. That's Independence University. So if you're really smart, you'd call now.
Call 1-800-965-2704.
Independence U, for an independent you.
Call 1-800-965-2704.
Millions of people around the world take a low-dose aspirin every day, but new research finds that regimen could do more harm than good, particularly for older adults. Karen Kafa tells us why.
A trio of studies just published in the New England Journal of Medicine indicates that the long-observed regimen of taking a daily aspirin does not provide any significant benefits for healthy older adults and may do more harm than good. The primary study was conducted among 20,000 healthy people in the U.S. and Australia with a median age of 74. Half received 100 milligrams of aspirin per day, half received a placebo. After nearly 5 years, researchers didn't observe a difference between the two groups when it came to disability-free survival, but did see a higher rate of bleeding among those who received the aspirin than those who received the placebo. A second study found the risk of major hemorrhage significantly higher with aspirin than placebo. A third, higher all-cause mortality in the daily aspirin group than the placebo, though researchers said that result was unexpected and should be interpreted with caution. For patients who have already suffered a heart attack or stroke, previous research is clear. The benefits of a daily aspirin outweigh risks. And researchers are not recommending that healthy adults taking daily aspirin suddenly stop doing so. Check with your doctor first, as you always should, before starting or stopping any medication. For today's Health Minute, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Satellite actually showing, not the satellite, but the webcam showing some clouds around. Fair weather cumulus clouds moving in from the east at one point now. So that east wind is going to start to come back a little bit more so as high pressure builds to the just to the northeast of our area, right over Jacksonville and Daytona Beach. And as Florence leaves now, the remnants of what was Florence and the first major hurricane of the season and only major storm of the season is now exiting off and eventually will off the northeast United States. High pressure building in though just to the northeast of us, as I mentioned, will bring us more of an east to southeasterly wind component tomorrow, which will give us a chance for those late day storms moving and marching toward the coast late in the afternoon and evening. Well, the rain, at least the heavy rain, is over for Wilmington. They saw over 20 inches there. New Bern as well had some impressive rainfall amounts, and still a line of showers and storms there. All the rain they had over the weekend in the mountains and the Appalachians washing down, so the river is not quite crested yet, despite the fact that most of the rain is over there for the time being. And you can see that rain now has moved into Pennsylvania, kind of merging with a frontal boundary. That area of low pressure continues to move off to the northeast. It is causing some concern for some heavy weather now into Virginia in terms of severe weather. This is a tornado watch box now, just to the right of where that thing is rotating. And you can see because of that rotation, the severe thunderstorm watch basically and tornado watch in effect for much of Virginia stretching up to Maryland. There was a tornado warning there just about 10 minutes ago. It has since expired in Richmond, so not a problem with that. As far as our radar picture goes, some pretty big storms to the north of us now. North of Tampa, you can see that activity kind of flaring up. Not much going on here. All is quiet for the time being. We're going to keep a chance, though, at about 40% for some late evening showers and the potential for that, as I said, right around 8 o'clock and later. Well, in the tropics, all is quiet now after a very active week last week when we were watching Joyce, Helene, Florence, and Isaac. And now all those storms have weakened to less than tropical storm status, in fact. And this one is Isaac, just a really a remnant low, a tropical depression, if you will, pushing off toward the west. It's a cluster of storms. You can see that a broad circulation. Looks like it's going to continue to head off toward the west, northwest in time. Top winds are at 30 miles an hour, so there's no real concern there as far as it organizing anytime soon. If it were to, the chances are very small at 10% only. And it looks like as high pressure builds in over the state of Florida, it'll keep this on a more west to northwesterly course over the course of the next 5 days, so should not be a player in our weather. Well, as far as dry air is concerned, it's to the north and west of us now, and we have a huge upper level low bringing a lot of dry air into the Atlantic right now. But for us, we're kind of trapped in between. We'll see our atmosphere moisten up a little bit tomorrow. A little bit better chances for some scattered storms on Wednesday and Thursday. It feels like 99 out there. We could use a little bit of storminess to cool us down. That's not happening. Our high today was above average at 1 degree. Low was 77. The record 95 set in 2005. Nationally, what's going on? Well, all this talk obviously about still the potential for some heavy rainfall in the West Virginia, flooding possibly, and concerns there. Flood watches and flood warnings are up across parts of the rivers there. As far as highs go tomorrow, it's still summer, and it still feels that way in Kansas City. 91, 94 in St. Louis for a high. Memphis will warm up to 93, and in Phoenix over 100 degrees. For boaters tomorrow, winds will be fairly light. It will start off in the east, southeast, and then switch around as that sea breeze develops at 5 to 10 knots. There'll be a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The extended forecast then calling for slight chance for late day storms coming back into the picture. A little bit better chance Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Some dry air slips in on Saturday, lessens our rain chance a little bit, and then it pops back up pretty good on Sunday and Monday. But right now, good news, no tropical systems to monitor at this point. Jacqueline?
All right, definitely some good news. Thank you so much, Bob. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. We're seeing a vehicle fire in the southbound lanes of I-75 at exit 205. The road there is blocked from exit 205 to exit 200, so keep that in mind if you typically take that route home. Nearly everyone has a smartphone these days, but fewer people use them to make calls, preferring to send texts or engage in social media. There is an exception, however. Scammers appear to be making more calls to mobile phone numbers, in most instances employing robocall technology. A new report predicts that by next year, nearly half of all calls made to cell phones in the U.S. will be scams. It says the only way to help combat these dangerous calls is for the industry to implement effective call protection solutions. Well, a craft brewery based here in Sarasota is expanding. Big Top Brewing Company plans to open a third location in Florida. The owners say the new brew pub will open in the heart of downtown Gainesville this October. Big Top opened a similar pub in Pensacola last month. And just like the Panhandle spot, this one in Gainesville will offer food, weekly events, games, and a retail shop. Three friends started Big Top Brewing Company in Sarasota just 4 years ago. Stay with us. Entertainment news is coming up next.
Gettle's got what you're looking for at Gettle.com. 17 new car brands, over 1,000 used vehicles, prices and payments you can afford. Credit help if you need it, and they pay cash for your old car. Plus, Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Need service? Gettle's got that too. Gettle's got it. Visit Gettle.com.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love, taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Impreza is an IIHS top safety pick for 11 years running. Lease a new Subaru Impreza today for just $182 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Thank you.
What are you doing? You are the best protection she has. Buddy up. I'm Jill Harrington. Please visit HelpSaveTheNextGirl.com and get involved.
In entertainment news, a fight breaking out overnight at a pre-Emmy party between the creator of The Apprentice and the host of the new show, The Hunt for the Trump Tapes. ABC's TJ Holmes has the details.
A scuffle at a pre-Emmy party as Tom Arnold, the upcoming host of The Hunt for the Trump tapes, claims that mega producer Mark Burnett, the man behind Survivor, Shark Tank, and The Apprentice, tried to choke him. Arnold tweeted that after Burnett allegedly choked him, the producer ran away with his torn pink shirt and missing gold chain. I'm waiting for the LAPD. Burnett's wife, actress Roma Downey, tweeting out that she got this bruise tonight when Tom Arnold tried to ambush my husband Mark and me at a charity event. Is your TV show worth it, Tom? Please stop. Arnold denied causing Downey's bruise, tweeting back at her, I'm filing a police report and suing you for defamation. The Hunt for the Trump tapes is scheduled to debut Tuesday, which left some witnesses wondering if Arnold was doing this as a stunt to promote the show. In the show, Arnold searches for tapes that he says prove that Donald Trump used a racial slur on the set of The Apprentice.
Got something for me?
Yes, I do.
Oh my gosh, this is real.
Arnold has maintained that Burnett is allegedly in possession of such a tape. Burnett has not commented on Arnold's latest claims, but has said in the past that he is unable to release all the tapes from The Apprentice for legal reasons.
Carrie Underwood has revealed one of the inspirations behind her new album, Cry Pretty. The singer-songwriter says she miscarried 3 times in a little over a year before her latest pregnancy, which is going well. Underwood says she poured that pain into her songwriting. She says she'll go on tour this spring, hopefully with her new baby. Actor Richard Gere is set to become a dad again at 69 years old. He and his new wife, Alejandra Silva, made the announcement on Instagram. The photo included the Dalai Lama touching Silva's belly. Both Gere and Silva are practicing Buddhists. He has an 18-year-old son with his former wife, Carrie Lowell, and Silva is a 35-year-old Spanish activist. She has a 5-year-old son with her previous husband. Well, Disney has released the first full-length trailer for a long-awaited new Mary Poppins movie. The clip for Mary Poppins Returns gives fans their first proper look at Emily Blunt as the magical nanny. The 35-year-old English actress inherited the role from Julie Andrews, who played Poppins in the 1964 original film. Mary Poppins Returns hits the big screen on December 19th. Well, stay with us. We'll be right back with more news and weather.